Believe it or not, Lean Six Sigma is still a key to digital transformation success. But what exactly is Lean Six Sigma? I'm going to talk about that here today. My name is Eric Kimberling. I'm the CEO of Third Stage Consulting. We're an independent consulting firm that helps clients through their digital transformation journeys. And 20 years ago, Lean Six Sigma was pretty prevalent. A lot of organizations, especially in the manufacturing space, were big on Lean Six Sigma. It was important to have black belts on staff and to follow the Six Sigma methodologies. But over time, Six Sigma has lost a little bit of luster, and other sorts of buzzwords and trends have sort of taken over and taken some of the thunder from Six Sigma. So what I want to talk about today are two things. One is, what is Lean Six Sigma? And second of all, how can Lean Six Sigma enable a more effective digital transformation? In order to understand Lean Six Sigma, it helps to unpack it a bit and first of all understand Six Sigma, and then I'm going to get to Lean in a moment. But first of all, Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a concept that is rooted in statistics that aims for no more than 3.4 defects per million occurrences. So in other words, a manufacturing organization that produces 1 million widgets, the idea would be of those 1 million widgets, you wouldn't have more than 3 defects within those 1 million widgets. Sounds like a pretty lofty goal, but that's what Six Sigma is based on. Now, Six Sigma was created by Motorola back in the 1980s, and it was actually a response to Kaizen, which had been produced by Toyota and other Japanese companies. Now, at its peak, Motorola had attributed over $17 billion of annual savings to its Six Sigma efforts. So it's something that that particular company found to be very beneficial to its operations and its long-term success. But when it really hit the mainstream was when Jack Welch, who was the former CEO of General Electric, he adopted Six Sigma within General Electric. And that's really when Six Sigma sort of hit the mainstream with corporate America, especially with manufacturing organizations. And so throughout the 90s and into the 2000s, Six Sigma became very relevant to organizations throughout the world. So while Six Sigma is focused on reducing defects, Lean, on the other hand, is focused on minimizing inefficiency and minimizing waste. So you have the cost and the efficiency side of the equation to augment Six Sigma's focus on reducing defects and increasing quality. And the key to Lean is looking at your organization through the eyes of the customer. So Lean was really a predecessor to today's focus on customer experience or customer journey, customer mapping, whatever term you want to use there. It was actually Lean that really pushed the customer into the forefront of understanding and analyzing a company's operations. So Lean is focused on continuously looking for opportunities to minimize waste, to reduce waste, to create more efficiency, and to ensure that you're producing the highest quality and the highest output for your customers at the lowest cost possible. And when you combine Lean with Six Sigma, that's how you end up with this whole concept of Lean Six Sigma. Continuous improvement is one of the core philosophies of Lean Six Sigma. So it's almost an obsessive way of constantly analyzing and constantly improving your operations to account for lower defects and more efficiency throughout your organization. And the way that this continuous improvement is driven throughout the organization is using a framework called DMAIC. And it's an acronym that's DMAIC. And what that stands for is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So it's a continuous cycle of constantly understanding your current operations, analyzing your current operations, looking for root causes or pain points or problem areas within the organization, and ensuring that you have a focus on minimizing or reducing some of those root causes for whatever might be driving inefficiency and or quality issues. And the beauty of this isn't just the fact that it's about continuous improvement, it's the fact that Lean Six Sigma really focuses on continuous improvement in a way that all employees can be a part of. So it's a very inclusive way of involving frontline employees, people that are on the shop floor, people that are in your warehouse, people that are entering transactions into your accounting ledgers. Everyone within your organization is somehow involved in this Lean Six Sigma effort, or at least they should be, to be a truly Lean Six Sigma initiative. So the key to Lean Six Sigma is it's not a one-time initiative. It's not something you just deploy and you do it for a year or 2 years or however long it may be. It's a material change to the way you operate. It's a fundamental improvement to the way you operate, and it's something that should be baked into the DNA of your organization. Now, another key to Lean Six Sigma is that it is a very analytical and data-driven framework. So rather than just being focused on anecdotal examples or complaints from employees of what's going wrong, or even complaints from your customers, those can be important inputs into Lean Six Sigma, but Lean Six Sigma is really rooted in statistical and data analysis. So it's looking at, what does the data tell us? What story can we glean from the data? And the tricky part with this is that a lot of organizations don't have the technology or the tools to capture the data, so it can be challenging to get the data to be able to analyze and understand how to improve. But to the extent that you can collect some of that data and start to analyze, that's something that's very important. In addition to being data-driven, there's a number of other analytical tools that can be used to how you deploy Lean Six Sigma throughout your organization. For example, to do a root cause analysis, you have fishbone diagrams, which look at the symptom and start to dig into and analyze what are the root causes of that symptom that you might be struggling with. You also have SIPOC mapping, which is an acronym that's SIPOC. That's your suppliers, your inputs, your processes, your outputs, and your customers. And that's a way to analyze your entire processes through the lens of your customers and everything that feeds into delivery to your customers. And then there's also value stream mapping, which is another tool that you may have heard of that actually originated from Lean Six Sigma. And that's a way of really understanding the value that's being created in different parts of your organization and looking for ways to optimize or maximize that value and reduce the cost and the waste associated with that. And finally, this is something that's not commonly associated with Lean Six Sigma, but a tool that can be very powerful in Lean Six Sigma is process mining, which is a relatively new tool in the marketplace. And process mining can be a great way to collect data using your current systems, whatever they may be, capturing data of how efficient they are, where the defects are, and where the variances are in your business processes. So if you've heard of business process mining, that could be a great input or a great augmentation to Lean Six Sigma. Now, one of the overlooked keys to Lean Six Sigma success and the benefits of Lean Six Sigma is not just the data, not just the analytical framework, not just the focus on continuous improvement, but also the change impacts, the cultural impact that this has on your organization. Really, Lean Six Sigma is an entire cultural transformation that focuses on an obsessive focus on continuous improvement. So organizational change management becomes very important in Lean Six Sigma initiatives, and that human side is extremely important to augment that analytical and data-driven side of things. And if you could put those two things together, that is extremely powerful, and that's really what enables and fuses the power of Lean Six Sigma. So some examples of where you will likely see cultural changes as a result of Lean Six Sigma would be, first of all, that focus on the customer. If you're a very inwardly focused organization that's worried more about yourself and what you're doing right or wrong in your own opinion, this shifts the attention and the lens to the customer. What does the customer see, and what kind of value are we delivering to our customers? So that's a cultural mindset shift that not all organizations are ready for. You also have this mindset of continuous improvement. We're never quite good enough. We can always be better. We can always be looking for ways to improve our business operations. That's another cultural mindset shift. And then finally, another key that I mentioned before is that Lean Six Sigma relies on frontline employees and masses of employees to fully commit to this whole concept of continuous improvement in Lean Six Sigma. That in and of itself can be a cultural shift for organizations where people maybe haven't felt as valued in the past, or they haven't been a part of decision making in the past. Now this provides an input and a mechanism for them to be more involved in the day-to-day operations and decision making. So with this all in mind, it's important to have a very effective and solid change management strategy to augment your Lean Six Sigma initiative. Now, if you're thinking about Lean Six Sigma, there's a number of paths you can take. First of all, you can brush up and learn about some of the different tools and frameworks and mechanisms that are used in Lean Six Sigma. You could do this on your own, or you could get certified if you really want to go to the next level and go through a formal training certification that will get you a green belt certification. It might get you a black belt certification, or maybe even a master black belt certification, which are varying degrees of sophistication and knowledge and understanding and application of Lean Six Sigma. So that's another path, is that certification. Another path is you can hire outside help. You could hire companies like Third Stage Consulting to come in and help you enable and implement Lean Six Sigma throughout your organization and help get you started on that journey. And finally, one of the keys I'll leave you with is that if you can think about how you can leverage Lean Six Sigma in any sort of digital or business transformation, it can be a great enabler to help improve your business. And the beauty of this too is it doesn't necessarily require big, expensive technology investments. It might lead you to the path of a big, expensive technology investment, but there's a lot of things you can do typically just with the Lean Six Sigma tools that are a lot more cost effective using the technology you already have that will allow you to get more value out of your current technology, and it also will set you up for success when it is time to replace your technology because you have a stronger foundation to work from. So that's just something to keep in mind as you think about how does Lean Six Sigma relate to my digital or business transformation. I've also included some other resources in the description below, so I encourage you to download some additional resources related to digital transformation and business transformation in general, and I think that will give you some guidance on leveraging Lean Six Sigma as well as other best practices for your transformation. So I hope you found this information useful and hope you have a great day.